football over and expect to win games.
And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Bulldogs! How about the special teams coming up with a huge play? That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
The fake, and he wants to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. Kickoff team takes the field after the punt return for the touchdown. Let's see what they've got in coverage now. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
And the pressure gets to him again, another sack.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
The Wolverines send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Looking for a block. It's Evans. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Makes the catch. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Buying some time. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Looking to throw, it's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Coming after. They stripped it out. And he gets back on top of it and averts disaster.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Line gets set, first down. Scanning the field, it's back. Pocket starts to collapse. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advancing.
Open runway ahead. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
These QBs that can scramble and buy time, you just got to have a lot of energy. I mean, you got to keep chasing. Sometimes you run upfield, you got to retrace your steps. QB won that battle, and now you got another chance, first and goal. Get your mind right. Let's hold them to a field goal.
And the Dogs have it in scoring position on first and goal. He wants to throw it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The play action fake. He wants it all. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down in bounds. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a big loss on the play.
All right, interesting decision for you now. How confident are you in your offense? You got a big fourth down. It is early in the game. Do you feel like your guys can go out and generate a touchdown, or do you want to play it safe and kick the field goal?
They're going to pass on what would figure to be an easy 3 points and instead go for it on fourth down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Made a defender miss. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Last 2 runs run's got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. They'll power it inside with the fullback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Beck. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he's sprinting, he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia!
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, they want the 2, and the holder tries to throw for it. He'll run into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the trickery pays off. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run play action, trying to get to it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the 2nd play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Warren. Getting some heat. He's going to take off. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a 1st down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
Just refused to take it out of reverse. Got caught for the safety, and he might spend some time on the bench after that one.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're out on the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The officials offer the deal.